where we are now will ease compliance when it comes to taxpayer. And for those taxpayers that want to comply, it's much more easier for them to comply. Okay, so in Nigeria, the process of migrating to electronic system commenced in 2015 with FIRS introducing the e-tax system in collaboration with Nigeria Interbank. And this is what Idris has mentioned, iTax. And we are aware of this. And the good thing about the platform then was you can easily download your withholding tax credit note, apply for tax clearance, and download your tax clearance certificate. But the problem with that portal is even when you apply, you cannot file your return online and you cannot file your VAT online. You still need to go to the tax office physically. So it's like you apply online, you go meet physically to the tax office. And that's why we have a new tax portal, you know, currently, and that one is called Tax Pro Max. Tax Pro Max is it's just been implemented by the tax authority and could be deployed fully this year. Now, we also have, as I said, in Lagos State, Port Harcourt, in Ogun State, you know, each of these states' internal revenue services also deploying technology. Okay, and I mentioned about the Tax Pro Max portal. It's a new portal being deployed by FIRS, I mean, under the administration of the current chairman of FIRS, just to ensure that you can file online both CIT filing and the VAT filing. Currently, what's happening now is through the dedicated email of FIRS, you can file by sending your annual report to that email. You can file your VAT to that email. You know, and email correspondence based on the Finance Act of 2019 and Finance Act of 2020 is acceptable when it comes to the tax filing. But now there's a portal being developed whereby you can file online. There's a portal you can upload the document just the way we have in Lagos State. And this sensitization is currently going on in that regard. So as tax consultants, we need to key in to fully understand the working of the Tax Pro Max portal should be ahead of our clients at all times so that we can support them better. And if you are working for a company, support our company better. Okay. So, as I said, it's now much easier to communicate with tax authority remotely. That means that you can have video conferences, you can send email, electronic correspondence is now acceptable when it comes to tax correspondences, tax communication, tax audits. You can do this electronically, and this is acceptable going forward. Okay. Now, as I said, you can individual taxpayer can now receive valid assessments and file objection to those assessments through electronic means, and such objection would be considered as valid. So through email, you don't need to even print it through your dedicated email that you've registered with FIRS or LIRS. You can send an email, you can object to a tax assessment through that email, and it's acceptable by law. Okay, and this is a welcome development, and it's looking at what we have been currently globally, the COVID-19 and the likes. So it's very key that we understand this, and this is not new to Nigeria. In the United States, we have the Internal Revenue Services. Okay, since 1998, have introduced electronic system when it comes to federal tax payments. Okay, there's a platform called Electronic Federal Tax Payment System, which is used in the US. Also, we also have a lot of countries that have gone digital when it comes to taxation. We have the UK as well. The UK is at the forefront of digital taxation. Even with that, they are still trying to perfect their technology when it comes to taxation because what they're having currently has one or two issues. So they are still trying. There's a new initiative recently in the UK making tax digital introduced there. We tell you that this what we are talking about technology taxation is not only a Nigerian thing; it's a global thing, and even advanced countries have not perfected their online filing process and digital filing process. Okay, and they are still working on it to make it as perfect as possible. And again, Nigeria, although we've started and we're still working so hard to perfect our technology when it comes to taxation. Africa is more left in Kenya. Kenya pioneered electronic taxation system by digitalizing its administration since 2005, when an electronic tax register system was introduced to enforce record keeping for business transaction. Okay, there are some countries that when it comes to business transaction, I mean record keeping, you must do that electronically and not using manual system. Why? Because of ease of from the records they can calculate your VAT, they can calculate your income tax. That the tax authority can you know access your electronic records and do computation for you and tell you what you should pay as tax and you pay. Okay, and some countries are moving from self-assessment to direct assessment because of this digitalization of taxation. So, as tax administrator, as tax consultant, we should be on top of this. So, over the years, the Kenya Revenue Authority has introduced various updates to its electronic tax system that now form their iTax. Okay, this iTax system has generated 18 modules, granting taxpayer access to do so much using the unique personal identification number. So, their own tax system as well is very robust in Kenya, has a lot of modules. Okay, so the tax administration going digital is not only an American thing or European thing, it's also in Africa here, and that's the future, that's the direction. So electronic recording, cloud accounting uh, is very important, and again, electronic filing, e-registration, e-payment is the main thing now. So as consultant, we should be abreast of the latest technology being deployed by the tax administrator and add this to the current knowledge of tax that we have so that we can support our client in when it comes to compliance monitoring and compliance activity. So I want to thank you for your patience. We had some technological issues today in terms of when it comes to the quality of the bandwidth and one or two hiccups in the line. But thank God we were able to scale through it. I mean, to some extent. Of course, you get the slide and we'll adjust the video so that the key part of the video will be on our e-learning sites to get this recording. And we'll be moving to some parts you should not miss out at all, like when it comes to the tax legislation and computation. Tax legislation and computation, where you will learn how to compute direct assessment, personal income tax, payee assessment, and payee filing, company's income tax, value-added tax. You should be able to do those calculations and how to manage your withholding taxes. Okay, so it's very good you stay tuned and don't miss those taxes because computation comes before filing. Okay, and I want to thank you for listening. And if you have any question, you can call me on my number displayed on the screen, or you visit our website www.odemaruchi.com. Okay, or send us an email to odemaruchi co and co at gmail.com.